Hey jerks! Hey, before the new video starts, I just wanted to mention that I have a brand new Instagram right now, and it's called Good Egg Miata. And the reason why I made that one is because I want something that's more Miata focused, so that everybody who follows me on that can either ask me questions or I can keep better contact with them just on a daily basis of what's going on, sort of what I'm doing and stuff like that. Stuff that's not worthy of making a whole video out of. Anyway. So that's it. Enjoy the video, and I will see you on Instagram. Hello again, jerks, and welcome to America's favorite YouTube web series. Look at My Miata Car. Anyway, today we're going to be looking at a helicopter flying around. Today we're going to be looking at a 1993 Miata No Edition. And we're just going to take a look at it and show you what some of the awesome features are of this car and why you might be interested in knowing about my Miata. This is my personal Miata, one of three, but we'll get to that later. First things first, we're going to look at is the custom paint job here. We've got a lot of very cool personalizations on here, a lot of fingerprints, a lot of handprints, you know, just a masterful job of putting a little bit of the owner into the actual car. You'll also notice on the front here we have very custom line work. This is I don't know if this is pen and ink, but this is this is just really minimalistic kind of you need to look deeper into the patterning that's in those. On the front here we have this is open for airflow, and that's going to be a theme that you're going to see throughout the whole of this video, is that there's a lot of airflow consideration done to this car that normal Miatas might not have. So we have what appears to be the original wheels that come on a Miata. These are called the Daisies. I believe they are 6.5 inches wide in the backs and 6.5 inches wide in the fronts for handling. Now normally you can't see this, but oftentimes these things collect fluids, rainwater and such, so that if you're out in the desert area and you are dehydrated, you can always open those up and get yourself a drink. It's a safety feature. The one option this car did come with is power mirrors. Now I've since disabled that because I've removed all the wiring between the motors of this thing and a non-existent controller that is no longer on the dashboard. That's really for weight savings. You would be amazed how much the wiring in a car weighs. Let's talk about the top. The top is very custom white. You're not going to see that on too many Miatas. It's actually got a glass window, which is nice. The only problem with that is that if you want to put up the top, this little flappy thing right here, you have to, oops, well, I'm not going to do it because it's a pain in the ass, but you have to push this back every single time to give it that actual Miata hood line. But if you want to put the thing down, you have to do that, which is a giant pain in the ass. But it's all for streamline, and I believe that's a feature. Moving on to the inside of the car, we have a theft deterrent right here. So if a robber gets in your car and tries to pull it shut, he's gonna pull this and it's gonna confuse him. He's just gonna run out of the car thinking it's not worth it. We find here in the seat, this is the first place you can put your drugs, so that cops won't necessarily think to look in here. So that's just a nice place to put your drugs. This car came with drink holders. Enough about that. Another cool feature of this car is its armrest has really become worn in, so it's far softer than you would find in a normal Miata. It's really nice on the elbow, and this is just for airflow. Airflow, airflow, airflow. All right, moving on to the inside of the interior here, we find that there has been an AC delete, so that's gone. This is a boosted motor, so this has a turbo. It goes super fast, so fast you make your head spin. Anyway, we have an AFM that is kind of cabin oriented, and then the boost gauge here. This is by design. This is pointed toward the passenger who will look at this and watch and say, uh-oh, you're getting too high in the boost, you might want to back off a little bit. This can be changed to the driver, but then it just pops back out. Next we have the dashboard, and it's looking like there's so much airflow through the dashboard, and that is actually more important than one would think. I did an experiment here where I closed off this airflow, and I did notice that it directs more of the air into the driver's side so that I can stay a lot cooler when I'm driving. This is these have been removed. These are the I don't know why Mazda put those in the first place. You wouldn't believe how much those little slotted things blocks air coming out of that thing. This is an easy mod to do. You can just pop them right out, and you'll be surprised how much air you're going to get out of your car. Sony, it's badass. All right, let's pop the hood and see what. Well, that's not good. Look at that. All right, let's come back to the trunk here. I've got the lip spoiler on the back there. That really keeps this back end grounded when I'm going about 130, 140 miles an hour. Those little 6.5-inch tires, they need all the stability they can to get back there. Now, when you open up the trunk lid, you can, well, okay, hold on a second. When you open up the trunk lid, you know what? This is actually a safety feature, because here's what you want to do. You don't want to just leave your trunk open, walk away from it. See, it closes on its own. That's important because in case you leave your keys in the trunk, it will close on. And then the last thing we'll look at down here is the exhaust system. It is a Frankenstein design, totally custom by Habib on 441. He did a fantastic job. Unfortunately, I bought this $130 catback system many years ago. It sucked then, it sucks now, and the muffler rattles like a son of a bitch. Quick demonstration of the awesome rattle of my exhaust. Making me sound like a Civic CX. I don't know, it's one of those shitty Civics from the late 90s. There is a hidden feature on this particular Miata, and that is in the gas door. This is where you store all the dirt. It's really a convenient place because when cops look in there, they're not gonna find your weed that you probably stuck right up under there. Anyway, so that's where the dirt gets stored. So there you have it. This has been another episode of Look at My Miata Car. This one has a mean-ass intercooler in the front. That's how you know I mean business. It has not been washed, ever. This is my 1993 Turbo Miata. Look at it! Look at it!